All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. To return it is Corey Grant. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Come on now, let's go. Sunday. There we go. 120. Here, shift. Great 15.
On first down, Wentz. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Great. 81. Lion.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Operating off play action, Flacco. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go, go. Black, black, come on. Black, black. Black, black, come on.
Wentz now on first down. Being chased out left. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, Flacco to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Flacco here on second down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And now running right through it. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Second down, Flacco now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Going for a right side here, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garrett. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
I'm bringing it to you. Shorty.
Wentz now on 1st down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come on. Here, sit. 81. Gray 15.
Now Wentz. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
82, 82. Black.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ram. Run. Here, sit. Run. Great.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Great.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz looking deep down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They start the drive with Cook. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From his own end zone, Flacco looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
81. Black, come on. Here, sit. Here, sit. Hey, stand. Black. Here, sit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Great 15. Great.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Get him, boys. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Lion. Sunday. Hey, 96 is coming from Mike 96. Sunday. Great. Lion.
Wentz going to throw. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tim Settle, the Virginia Tech Hokie, in there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Flacco from midfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
82.
To throw is Wentz. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Room to run past midfield. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go.
Now Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From From the gun, Flacco steps away to his left. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. William Jackson with a pick. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Going for the deep ball. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here we go. Waiting.
Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
46 down, man, 5-4. Black.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he'll let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Rashaan Melvin that time able to make the play.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Flacco. Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This will be fielded at the 17. Sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Let's 5-7. 46 down, man. 5-4. That's it. Hey, stat.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Drag him. That's it. On the ball.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now Flacco and the Raven offense come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Flacco looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second down, Flacco now. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on third and long. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You're over here. You're over here.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He's airing it out for Williams, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Back now in Jacksonville. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is third and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
And no, It's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning
yeah,
it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They give it to him running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. To pass, Flacco. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
81. Here we go. 120.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And fights him off. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Now Cook slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Flacco here on 2nd down. Caught left side, Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Flacco. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Flacco. And he's got it to Hearns. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Again, this is Cook, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time. And it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And it's a big play there on 3rd down, but with the marker on the field, I don't think it's going to hold. Let's see. Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater
run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Wentz to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, we got four down. Two jet.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl, what do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. With Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre with the Vikings has the destiny. But they're in New Orleans. It's the Saints. And they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. And they won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
Yep. A couple of the more memorable ones for sure. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year.
Black. Trade 15.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Willie Henry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And now here come the Ravens. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
So now it's Flacco's turn to fire here in the extra session. He sets to fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And give them a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Man, how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They run it again with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Cook. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.